The curious case of the disappearing bed. Before I started Paranoid Times, I never believed in the paranormal. I always made fun of people who tried to convince me otherwise with their scary stories or far-fetched theories. For a long time I felt the only thing paranormal in life was how so many people would believe in ghost stories blindly. As someone that looks into this type of thing, I normally can find the logic as to why something happens. About 3 years ago, I was asked to head down to New Mexico, to look into a case where hotel beds were, well, disappearing. Many details of the case were uneventful. So let's jump to my last few nights at the hotel. It was a Saturday night when I was sitting at the hotel alone, as I often do, casually browsing the internet and texting friends. I waited for another slow night to come to an end. As I told my publisher, this whole trip was a bust. As I was about to turn in, I caught a glimpse of something scuttling across my floor. I freaked out a little as I assumed it was a spider or something. I always hated bugs. I watched as the thing slipped under one of the sheets on the bed. I slowly got up and picked a shoe up, ready to jump back at a moment's notice as I shook the sheet, expecting the tiny intruder to fall to the ground and startle me, yet as I shook the sheet further nothing happened. I became confused and peeled the sheets back. As I did so I let out a scream and tossed the shoe across the room as I swear I saw an eye blinking at me from the dark confines of the sheet, glimmering in what little light there was. Let me tell you, seeing something like this right before going to bed, is sure to bring nightmares. I stood in place for a good 30 minutes, trying to calm myself as I cautiously approached the sheet and nudged it with the corner of a liquor bottle I had retrieved from the mini fridge. When nothing happened, I once again pulled the sheet up and looked under the corner, beginning to doubt my own sanity. Once again I froze in terror as that eye blinked at me from under the pillow. I quickly tossed the sheets and the pillow outside the room, into the hallway of the hotel and shut the door, going as far as making a little barricade with the small objects that littered my room. Trying to get some sleep, I propped my overcoat over beside the mini fridge, and fished another small bottle from the unit. As I sat there, the room grew silent, dim. The only light was from a rerun of a late-night B-movie. And then I thought I saw another bug, a larger one, and bigger eyes. Looking at me, watching me. I quickly vacated the room and did not return until I could find the hotel managers. There was something odd about that pair. They both seemed worried about me but dismissed my story as ridiculous. Going into my room, they made quick work of my little barricade and searched the room for the bug. "There's no bed here," one of them said. "What? That was impossible. I left the bed right there, how it could have just vanished. I tossed the sheets in the hall, right there. Apparently there were no sheets. I panicked and searched the room, the hall, and the parking lot myself, finding nothing. Must have been a bad dream, come on dear," the old lady said. "That don't explain the missing bed," I shouted. Admittedly I was a little drunk, but not that drunk. No, it wasn't a dream, it couldn't have been. Was I going crazy? This didn't make any sense. "Is this some kind of joke or prank?" I screamed. By this time we had other guests of the hotel, looking out their doors to see what the trouble was. Looking back I must have appeared to be a madman. Eventually the hotel owners convinced me to calm down and get ready for bed. They moved me to another room, a nicer one I must say. Though my mind was still fixated on the missing bed and that eye of the bug as I slid into bed and fell into an uneasy sleep. The following day I searched my old room for the bed and any evidence that it was stolen or some type of prank was being pulled on me. To this day I still haven't found an answer and resigned myself to not staying at this hotel, and when I do stay at a hotel I bring a new pair of sheets with me. Most hotel owners think that I'm completely insane when I tell this story. Still, late at night when I'm all alone, I can't shake off the feeling I'm being watched. I wonder if I brought that bug home, and how many others have as well. Stay paranoid, my friends.